Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today, I'll put the focus back on me, not on her. Well, I have something that's unexpected. I was planning on doing the Incredible Dr. Paul's Jingle Pauls, but I watched it, and it has very little to do with Christmas. It literally, I'm not going to review it here right now, so I picked something else that also is supposed to be Christmas, and it is just barely about Christmas. Okay, anyway, but the Jingle Pauls, I'm moving to the day after Christmas. I'm still watched it, so it's still taken care of. But it's a little different. So, yeah. If you want to watch a thing about, it's basically a clip show. It's a greatest hits, just happened to be released around the holidays, and that's what it is. So if in the future, you'll see that's the episode. So anyway, I watched this instead. This is Isabel Preysler, My Christmas. If you don't know who Isabel Preysler is, welcome to the club. It's nothing against her. She's a lovely woman. This is not her, by the way. It's one of her daughters. So this is also now confusing, even in a totally different way. Yeah, so I did my research. By the way, this is all in Spanish. So you're going to want to turn, if you don't know Spanish, you're going to want to turn on the subtitles, the closed captions for English. Up in the top right corner, there's a thing you can do. Or if you're on the TV, there's another series of buttons you can use. Either way, it's completely in Spanish. And it is about a woman who is the mother. She was a I guess a TV journalist at some point. She's Spanish Filipino woman, and this is important because it figures into her family. This is all very much about her family, about her. She is the mother of Enrique and Julio Iglesias Jr. So, yeah, and she has lovely daughters, and she's wealthy and famous, and this is a two-part My Christmas series. It is from 2023. It's brand new. It is literally just out. It says one season. I don't know if there's more episodes. I can't imagine there's more episodes. This could have been just one long sort of documentary, but they broke it into two pieces, each about 39 minutes each. It's interminably boring. I mean, honestly, it's not made for me. It's not made for somebody who has no idea who she is. If you are a fan of hers, for the Iglesias family, Preysler family, yeah, I mean, if you know who she is, and I'm sorry, I'm just not that person. I don't know everything. I don't know everyone. If you are enamored with this woman, and she is just class all around, she is. She lives in a finally appointed mansion. And you get to see what she has for breakfast, and as she talks about breakfast, and then she talks about her kids and her childhood, and then she works out some, and then she has a conversation with her driver as they go around town, and saying how they can avoid the photographers and the paparazzi. I don't see any paparazzi at all in this. They're pretty good at avoiding them, I guess. That's it. And then in about 10 minutes before, they talk about Christmas a little bit at the beginning of the first episode, and then about 10 minutes before the end of that first episode, that's when you start seeing like Christmas decorations. Like she's preparing for Christmas, like the food, the decorations, everything else. And she has a conversation about Christmas with one of her daughters. I think it's this conversation right here. And there's flashbacks to when they were kids and talking about sneaking around. Her and her sisters would try to play video games after bedtime, and one would be a lookout to make sure mom wouldn't catch them, and then they'd turn off the TV right when mom would get close, and then they'd pretend to be asleep, and then mom's like, I always knew. And I don't know what it's to do with Christmas. So I'm sorry that I just couldn't pick another one. I actually also had Super Kitties selected, but that one was just another episode in this series of Super Kitties, even though it was Christmas focused. I want to, eventually at some point, I'm going to watch Super Kitties. And why not just, it's part of the series. If it was like a special bonus episode, sure. Yeah, okay, doesn't matter. But this one, I actually watched sort of both episodes. I watched the whole first episode and I thought, you know what? I'm going to see if maybe this is all building up to the second episode, which is to be very Christmassy. And it was more Christmassy. You get to go into her childhood and you see some old footage of when she was a child and her first experience seeing Papa Noel, Santa Claus, and having that being a very important moment in her life. And then it all, she does like FaceTime calls with her kids. And then at the end, you see her slow motion walking around her living room by herself toward a Christmas tree and a crackling fire. It feels Christmassy. But there's lovely music. There's an interviewer, a guy talking to her, interviewing her here and there. He asks her what she wants for Christmas. And I said it before she did. She wants, I said peace. She said all the wars to stop. Yeah, that's a good one, but it was fairly predictable. For the fact that I didn't know who she was, that I was able to nail that one on the head, pretty much says everything. Again, nothing against her, nothing against her family or anybody else. If this is your thing, if you are a huge fan of this woman and everything she's done, and this is for you, this is absolutely for you. If you have no idea who she is, you are not going to get a thing out of this whatsoever, other than maybe atmosphere. Like it has an atmosphere about it of history, and you know, Spanish, that might help. You want to learn Spanish? I was able to pick up some things that I understood in Spanish, so I'm learning a little bit from what the subtitles say as to what she says. Like I was able to pull out Papa Noel, which isn't hard, but still. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's not a whole lot of things left that I haven't done Christmas-wise. And a lot of the stuff is only coming like really close to Christmas, so not really sure how. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I know what I'm going to watch next, though. This 12 Days of Christmas thing is happening. We're on a roll. And the next one is Wrapped Up in Christmas. So, yeah. Wrapped Up in Christmas. By the way, this is only going to get more complicated and difficult now that Hulu is being rolled into Disney Plus officially as of next spring, but it's already on my account. And so, this is going to make things a little bit more difficult when it comes to searching for Disney Plus specific content. Yeah, I guess I'm part of the beta. Anyway, tomorrow, Wrapped Up in Christmas. It's a movie. It's a brand new movie that's been added to Disney Plus, I believe. No? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. Wrapped Up in Christmas is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.